Okay, let's start. Thank you everybody for joining us today. We're very happy to having you all presenting for you our Quantic Product Management Club and collaborating with us to build the roadmap together. At the beginning, let me tell you what's the agenda of today's meetup. We will cover three main topics. We'll talk about the club, the idea, how it came to us, and the team of the board member of the club, and some initiatives we thought about, and definitely we'll be happy to get your feedback about. And last thing, to have breakout rooms for networking and discussing some points and topics related to the roadmap. Okay, the club, we have a vision to empower product managers. We see and believe that product managers nowadays are shaping the futures, especially after COVID-19 pandemic, and all the world started to move to the digital world and digital transform everything around us. And product managers who are connecting the requester, anyone has a pain in anything he's applying or doing, and solving a solution, getting a solution for this challenge or pain. That's why we see that product managers are shaping the future. And we have our club here to connect product managers or whoever is interested in the product management field to share knowledge and gain experiences and as well networking. I'm Mohammed Abdel Hamid, or you can call me Hamido. I'm the founder and president of the club. The club is mainly for giving a chance for all product managers to share knowledge, to share experiences, and to discuss different and new trends across different countries about product management field. And this is a quick numbers about what we have reached since we announced about the club. We got around contacts and interested people in the club joining and discussing about the product management from 6 continents, more than 35 countries, and have experience in different 40 topics. And this is very brilliant to allowing us get knowledge from business topics, technical topics, and other different topics. Now it's the turn for the team is partnering with me, founding the club, and start giving the strategy. Everyone will gonna introduce himself and share some of his expertise in product management. Marianne, would you like to start?
Yeah, I can start. Ladies first. So I'm Marianne. I'm actually Austrian, but I live in Sweden now. And my background is, well, originally it was actually in web development, front-end, HTML, CSS. And then I moved into product management from there. And since then I've worked in a variety of different industries, a little bit in advertising exchanges, then for a while in event ticketing, then in automobile, and now I'm working in streaming media. And I'm just kind of moving a little bit more into solution management and product marketing. So it's the first time I don't actually have an engineering team. I'm the stakeholder, so that's very interesting for me.
Thank you, Marianne. Tom, would you like to jump in?
Absolutely. Hey, everyone. My name is Tom Kaiser. I'm a product manager. I've been a product manager for almost 10 years now in the healthcare information technology space. I work with healthcare claims data and information to help payers make decisions with it. Started out similar to Marianne in a software engineering role, so made the engineering to product leap. Really glad to be here with all of you and share some insights and learn from all of you as well.
Thank you, Tom. Let's move to Sanjeev.
Thank you, Hamito. So hello, everybody. My name is Sanjeev Singla. I'm a director in my current organization, Director Customer Relations and Implementations. Again, same thing like Tom and Marianne. I started my career as a software engineer, 20 years of experience, so a lot to look back. Currently, I'm handling a team of software implementation analysts, project managers, engagement managers. We directly work with the clients. That is from where we get new product ideas. It is a customer-led growth. That's what we call it, right? So we are directly getting to know what are the pain points of the customers, what next, what challenges we can solve for them, along with many other things. Like all of you are wearing multiple caps. Maybe you are a full-time product manager, but maybe you're doing just 20% of product management along with some of your other roles. That is, again, we know that, right? So this is where I am. We are really glad to see such a huge turnout to the event today. We are hoping we can build a strong, very strong community. So thank you very much for taking your time today. We are very, very pleased. Back to you, Hamido. Thank you.
Thank you, Sanjeev. Passing the mic for you, Varun.
Yeah, thanks, Amido. Hello, everyone. This is Varun. I'm based out of Seattle, and I work with Amazon as a product leader on the AI/ML space. Like everyone, I also started as a software engineer, and then changed gears and did project and program management. And then I got an opportunity to join a startup where I played multiple roles like pre-sales, sales, marketing, architect, and product management. Finally, I came to a realization that the product management is the path that I would actually want to move forward with. And I actually specialize in AI/ML space. I have actually launched multiple 0 to 1 and 1 to N products in e-commerce sector, manufacturing, and retail, as well as fintech. Currently, I'm actually leading a product within Amazon called as Customer Behavior Analytics, where we actually try to understand customer purchase pattern and optimize for long-term cash flow within Amazon. And at the same time, generate insights that can be used to provide a much more better and delightful customer experience. So yeah, that's about me. Looking forward to share some insights and learn from you all. And thanks for being here. Back to you, Hamido.
Thank you, Varun. And finally, Mirza, you can.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Hamidu. I'm really excited to see a lot of people here today. So I'm Mirza. As I think most of the team, all of the team members started as a developer, just like me. So I started out as developer, and I worked as a developer for 9 years, and I've tested and tried every flavor of being a developer. Like I was a business analyst, I was a programmer, I was a quality engineer, project manager. So then I really, when I worked at the intersection of products and software engineering, I really got inspired by the product side. And since then, I've been in products for the past 10 years. And I've worked as product manager. I worked as product marketing manager. I've worked as product designer. I worked as business developer. So all the facets of product management, I have tasted and tried it, and I loved all of them. So I think that's what, when I discovered that my passion is product. And since then, I'm in that field. Currently, I'm working as a senior consultant, digital transformation manager in Saudi Arabia. Basically, I'm from Pakistan, but I've been living in Saudi Arabia for the past 34 years, and I still don't have any identity crisis. So that was just a brief introduction about me. Really excited to learn from all of you guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mirza. Before moving to the next slide, where there is a shared sheet in the chat I just posted. Please feel free to put your contacts just to be able to communicate with others and reach out to others via LinkedIn or emails. So now let's move to the next slide. Passing the mic for you, Tom.
Thanks, Amido. So just to set the stage for what we want this group to be all about, as I think all of us mentioned during our introductions, we all want to learn from you, learn with you, share our tips and tricks, but have a really great and strong product management community here of Quantic students and alum. So we see this group forming many of the things that you're seeing on the screen here. In the latter half of today's meeting, we're actually going to crowdsource some ideas for what direction we want to take this group in. But we know that we want to have some regular virtual events, whether that's us bringing our insights, whether that's us bringing in some guest speakers, whether that is having some of you present some issues that you may have overcome within your organizations. We want a regular series of events that will allow us to all treat this as a community and get to know one another, and again, learn from each other. We have this Slack workspace that everybody is subscribed to. If you're not, please go and check that out after today's meeting. We want to be able to curate content on our Slack channel that are interesting reads, things that we have found that were really insightful, things that we feel will help you level up in your product career so that you have a really great place to go and find content that will help you in your product career. We want everyone in the community to help us pool ideas and latest trends so we can see if there are new ways of doing product management, new technologies that you might want to be adopting or implementing within your companies and whatnot, so that we can all understand where the industry is headed, where the technology industry is headed, and ensure that everyone is able to reap the benefits of that shared knowledge of our community. We love to help to piece together a product management toolkit. So how many folks have joined a new organization and had to learn a new software for communicating their roadmap? How many times have folks had to decide whether they're using Rally or Jira or whatnot? How do we take these tools that everybody needs to have a really successful communication cycle with all of your stakeholders at your companies and cut right to the chase and share best practices, templates, whatnot, that will help with prioritization, communication, and ultimately doing your product management job really, really well within your companies? How do we let you jumpstart your career, jumpstart and use our tips and tricks that we've learned over many, many years without having to do all of this learning yourself? And then finally, because this group is so large and there are many really great product experts in this group, how do we leverage each other for one-on-one mentoring and consultation? Whether that's a live forum where folks are presenting problems and asking for advice, how do I overcome this challenge, all the way to asynchronous, perhaps conversations with folks on our board or others who propose to be mentors for the organization. How do we connect really bright people so that folks who want the help are able to get the help and those who want to provide the help are able to provide it? So just a few of the ways that we're eager to bring value to all of you as product experts here in our Quantic community. And as I mentioned, we're looking to crowdsource some ideas on how best to implement all of these within this group here later in the meeting. Thanks, Mito.
Thank you, Tom.
Okay, Hamito. So thank you. I can talk about this slide. Again, everybody here. So as you see, you recognize all these logos, right? So first and foremost, we have the Slack channel, like Tom said, right? So you can scan. These days, it has become so easy now when you're going through this presentation. If you're not in the Slack channel, please go ahead, scan the QR code and make sure you connect with our Slack space. This space we are going to use for our general communication, for any networking, for any library, for any future events. So we really encourage all of you to go ahead and make sure you're subscribed to the Slack space, scan the QR code, and you will be all set. Second, we do have LinkedIn group. Now, this LinkedIn group is also a place where all of us will be together, and we will be posting frequent notifications about the future events. And again, LinkedIn is a great place for connecting in general, professionally, and more so these days, it has become a massive, I would say, universe of knowledge, right? And when you see the content from like-minded people, you know what is happening in the industry. So we really encourage you to join the LinkedIn group and also network with each other. And you can scan this QR code again if you have not subscribed it yet. The third and the last, I believe all of you came through the membership form, but if not, we request you to fill the membership form so that we do have some of your particulars. And in future, if we need to reach out to you, if you're not active on Slack, not active on LinkedIn, so we do have a way to reach out to you. Again, this is a community, as Tom said, Hamito said, we're forming a community. We want to learn from each other. We are really passionate, all of us, for this product management space. We want to grow together. So please make sure you use all these modes to connect with us. Back to you, Hamito.
Thank you, Sanjeev.
Oops, yeah, so this is my slide. So now the next step is that we would like your input in order to find out how to plan the next meetings and what we're actually going to do in the club activities. And so there's going to be two parts to it. First, we'll do a small survey with 2 questions on Mentimeter. So I'm going to send a link through here, that if you access that, you're going to be asked 2 questions where you're supposed to rank the different activities and the different topics that you're interested in. So we get from the entire group an idea of how important the different topics are to you, and kind of can prioritize accordingly. And so we'll start that first, and then I'll go to the next step. So I'll start that. So if you answer the first question,
Yeah, correct.
then we should be starting to see answers coming in. I'll also maybe share my screen.
Yeah, please.
So you can see the answers. So we'll wait a little bit until people had a chance to answer.
Very interesting to see in real time. We have some shifts going on here.
Yeah, it's quite fun to see. In the beginning, I thought it was people were only voting for 2 things, but it's quite cool. So I'll wait a little to see, wait until things stop moving, and then I'll go to the next question. Breaking into product management is making an advance or not?
Wow, there is a jump here for new technologies.
Yeah.
It's like stock market. I
like
can relate.
Product strategy is winning by a mile.
Yeah.
Great.
And yeah, and that's really interesting. I think that's what all of us are interested in as well. It's that's a really hard to get right and really hard to approach. I'm just learning that in my job more as well, because I'm more on the marketing side. So the whole go-to-market and pricing, it's a tricky field.
I think this is the most important part about product management.
Yeah.
Even startups, to define what we are building for who and how we're gonna pay.
Yeah. And then setting the correct limits, like defining the customers, understanding what the customers are willing to pay. Cool. So it looks like it stopped moving. Breaking into product management is not as high as I expect, but it's still higher. And it looks like the different industries, that's the least of interest to you all. But methodologies and strategy, that's your biggest interest. So I'm going to go to the next question, which is about, oops, okay. It looks like some answers are already there. So this is more about which activities you would like to see in the club. And maybe you already have answered. I thought I actually had to physically go to the next question. Yeah. But then it looks like I already got the answers. Then that's awesome.
No, I think not everybody may have answered, Marianne. So,
Okay.
yeah, I just got the screen refreshed for myself. So let's give a few seconds.
Yeah.
I wish the first two options stayed the same, the talks and workshops.
Workshops is overtaking soon the talks.
As long as the talks and workshops are the top two, I didn't have any problem.
Yeah. There we go.
Oh my God, overtaken. Oh my God, it's getting serious. Okay.
Okay, still moving. There's two clear winners.
I think we're in a safe zone. I love you all. Thank you very much.
Is those two that were your favorites, or? Cool. Yeah, I'll wait a few more seconds, but I think, yeah, there's two very clear winners, and that is, yeah, pretty much. I think the main topic is learning from each other, hearing other people talk about how they are working, how they got here, what tips they can give others, how anything they have learned in the job, and then workshops is the same thing from another angle. Anybody who has a particular challenge, exchanging experiences and tips so we can all do our jobs better. And then, yeah, the other three are kind of on a similar level, but a little bit below. It's also interesting to see that a kind of a book club is less interesting than anything else. Cool. Then I think we know what the winners are. So I'm going to, we're going to export the results as well, and we're going to take this into account when we plan forward. And I will stop sharing and go back to the slide.
Interesting. Thank you, Marianne, for this amazing elections for the topics.
Good. And now we're getting to the next point. And here I will share something. For some reason, I lost the discussion.
Chat, you mean?
Yeah, I need the chat. Oh yeah, here it is. It's back. So the next thing is the next step is the breakout rooms. So we're going to divide everybody into different congressional consensus. Into different rooms where you can network a little, introduce yourselves, but we'd also love to get you a little bit brainstorming, kind of talk between yourselves, exactly what events and what topics you want to happen. Like clearly everybody's interested in workshops and talk from other PMs. And maybe you can elaborate or a little bit on what exactly, for example, which challenges are you facing that you would like to discuss in more details, or what about another PM's career is the most interesting. One part is maybe how to get into product management, or what they have learned, or who you want to hear from, yeah, all those kind of stuff. And therefore, I'm going to post a spreadsheet that's in the chat now, and that has tabs for the different rooms. So if you're being assigned to room 1, the 3 questions that are here on this sheet are also in the spreadsheet. So as you're brainstorming, it would be really awesome. We would appreciate it if you could fill in some ideas, and then we can see the different, we can see trends and different ideas, and then we can go plan ahead from there and arrange the next events.
That's great. Let's start the breakout rooms, and we'll get back in 20 minutes. Then we'll find what you wrote and to discuss. Hello, welcome back. I hope you had an interesting discussion on networking. Okay, in the remaining time of our meetup today, let's take a random inputs from some rooms. The floor is open. Who would like to participate and jump in and tell us what you discussed in the room, what you found out based on the 3 main points we shared with you. Who would like to start?
Hi everyone, so let me start actually on the topics.
Oh,
So,
which room?
yeah,
Which room?
I forgot even, I haven't seen that room, room number even, sorry.
Okay, no worries, just start and we'll try to figure it out.
We have discussion over there and we came out okay. So there are multiple things what we want to learn. Most of us are very new to this role, or we want to break through that role actually. So one thing is we are looking for a lot of learnings, and that is especially from the SMEs. And other part is possible we can have some hackathon or workshop kind of activities, so that we can learn better apart from the different technical aspect of the product management.
Okay,
Yeah, that is what we all discussed actually.
interesting.
Thanks.
Who else?
Hey guys, I
Yeah.
can go next. We're room 4,
Yes.
and we we discussed a few different ideas. So we discussed pitching your industry or sector. It would be nice if product experts from different industries could give us all a talk on what's so exciting about your space and why everyone should be passionate about it. And it could be helpful for people already in established and product roles to see industry trends in industries that they may not be familiar with. But at the same time, it could be very helpful for new product managers and and people who are entering this role to understand which industries that they can target their job search towards if they're so convinced by a talk.
Interesting.
Sounds great.
Thank you. We still have a space. Who would like to jump in?
I can go next. I'm room 12.
Yeah.
One main thing is people who are new into like the product management role, like 1 year, 2 years, they have a different perspective. But senior product managers, they have a different perspective how to go about resolving a product issue or coming up with a strategy or something related to product management. So it's basically liaising between the senior and the junior product managers, how to different thought strategies and etc. And a mock product development, that's another topic. And I personally joined, I looking into get into product management. So I was looking for like any resources, courses, things like that, that can help with people looking into break into product management. Best possible resources, nothing. Are also, I was also had like one-on-one sessions if possible.
Interesting. Great. Thank you. Who else?
I can go next if you still have time.
Please.
This is Padma, and I think I was part of room 11.
Yeah.
We brainstormed multiple ideas, but one that really stood out was the hackathon kind of event that if you could host, which will give product managers a different level of experience to go over from start to finish what is involved, I mean, if we could come up with a canvas of different components that are involved in the project management role, that will be very helpful for product managers at different experience scale.
Amazing. Excellent. I like that.
So you mean an example for creating a product from scratch, or
Exactly.
an example? Yeah. Okay.
Exactly.
Great.
Yeah. Great. Thank you. We still have a room for
roommate. Can I put one more? Yeah, a couple of ideas there. I was from roommate. It was just about maybe for the sessions having a deeper dive into specific elements of the product. So one session from a subject matter expert on the technical side, the right tools, one subject matter expert on the marketing and the growth elements. So just taking it bit by bit as the sessions go on.
Interesting. That's good. Thank you. Okay, thank you very much for your time today. This was our kickoff event to meet you all, to introduce to you the club and our amazing board members, and get from you some ideas about what you would like to see from us. On Slack, feel free to share whatever you want. The rooms that we have, the channels we have on Slack, it's a community. Each one of us can teach the other or share knowledge with the others. Please, if you have any kind of resources, materials, events you would like to share with others and with us, definitely feel free to post on the proper channel on Slack, and wait for us. We're preparing an amazing program and roadmap for you based on these lovely things you shared with us. Thank you very much. Last thing before we leave, I would like all you to open your cameras just to take a screenshot of this amazing community and amazing people joining us. Well,
I think we should say cheese or something.
Yeah.
So that we can have happy faces.
Yes. Just
So let's take pictures.
And if someone likes extra cheese, they can say extra cheese.
extra double cheese. Okay, just a second. This is the first.
You have to count down, Hamidu. You have to say 1, 2, 3, extra cheese.
Yes.
And then?
We'll take it 3 times due to the number of joiners and attendees.
Okay.
Okay.
That's going to be exciting.
1, 2, and 3.
Extra cheese.
Okay. The second time. 1, 2, and 3.
More cheese.
Amazing. The last and the final one. 1, 2, and 3. Thank you very much, lovely people. Hopefully we meet with you very soon. Stay tuned. We'll share with you all the programs and all the events we're planning for on Slack, on LinkedIn, and feel free to send us or text us in person, even on Slack, just to share ideas or share specific requirement you would like us to prepare for you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Yes.
Hi, everyone.